Now I'm just sort of hanging out, waiting to see how long you can do that. Oh, jeez, your face.
The whiskey vault.
You. Wow, you looked like...
You almost killed me.
You looked like the girl in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory turned into a blueberry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm dizzy, not from the whiskey.
I know, right? This is Tim Shulepov. A magnificent bastard.
Tim Shulepov, you magnificent bastard.
I'm actually really stoked on this one. This is Benromach, and I love Benromach, just in general.
Yes.
But this is a series that they're doing with different finishing barrels. And this is a Sassicaia wine barrel.
Never heard of this in my life.
Sassicaia.
Okay.
And it's the wine story itself is super cool. It's a guy in a specific region in Tuscany who planted non-typical grapes for his region ages ago.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out. And then it all of a sudden, when it got older, it was like, oh, this is actually really amazing. And then he was like, let's really do this for real. And they went all in on these different kinds of wines. They're barrel aging them, but one of the cool things is they're what's called super Tuscan, which means they're using small barrels. What for them? For them.
Now, what's a small barrel for them?
59 gallons.
Whoa, it's bigger than a big
It's
barrel.
American oak. It's basically it's a barrique, right?
Yeah,
So it's closer to what we do,
Right.
right? Which means all of a sudden, of course, a whiskey company's gonna be like, hey, we could use those barrels.
Sure. Well, I think
right?
a standard, pretty standard size, like 53 gallons in the States.
Yeah, 53 is American
for
oak, right?
whiskey, yeah.
Now these are considered like European oak or things like that,
Yeah.
right? But
I'm thinking quite a bit of this color must have come from the wine. When it sits that small in a glass, you're getting that much amber red.
One of the funniest things about the wine guys on this one,
Whoa, there is.
there is something, right? We're going to compare it to one of the more standard releases.
Okay.
But they made wine that was so amazing, it blew the doors off, but the only thing they could compare it to was table wine. So it fell into a table wine category.
Oh, no.
But everyone was like, no, this is not table wine. So they created a whole new label standard
Yeah.
so that they could give it room for itself.
You know what this nose reminds me of? You ever walk into a house that's still under construction?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the plaster and the taped off drywall and the dust on the ground.
And the dust especially, and like the yard is still dirt.
Yeah.
Like you haven't laid down sod. So you can still,
Yeah.
like piles of dirt around the outside.
Yeah. It's not particularly rich and savory. Here's the thing. It's smoky, but it's not presenting that smoke as super woody, super campfire. It's not super meaty. It's not super barbecue. It's not super briny.
It's fruity though.
Yeah.
It feels
the
like
smoke
what I would.
But the smoke character, what is the smoke? How does the smoke?
I don't know.
The best I can say is standing in a new house.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's the same smell of like when you run a saw blade too long and it starts to smell like you burned the wood a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still just fresh cut lumber.
And it's starting to get heated.
Yeah, heating up the blade in the metal.
Yeah.
That hot metal blade.
Yeah. Now
And
I am not getting.
look at that color.
I know. I'm saying. I'm not getting any wine though.
See, I am. I'm getting tons of wine.
What wine are
All
you
the
getting?
dark fruits, right? But not sherry. So none of the mustiness and none of the funkiness of sherry. But imagine if you took all the mustiness and funkiness out of sherry, but left all the dark fruits, raisin.
See, I can find vanilla on the nose. Maybe I'll find it on the taste. On the nose, I can get a vanilla in there, and
Oh yeah, that's good.
wow.
That's subtle. Nuance. It's very sweet finish after the smoke.
I think that's where the wine finally gets me.
Yeah,
On the finish.
lingering finish.
On the finish, you get this wine sweetness that kind of shows
Yeah,
up.
but the first finish is smoke. So it went smoke, wine, and sweet.
we got double finish.
Yeah, we got a double finish.
Double finish.
What? You got gold and silver.
You know what? The subtlety / complexity of this. The flavors are a little bit different, but the way that it's going down is similar to the black art.
Oh, yeah, I can see
Bercolotti.
what you mean by that.
That is, I think, it is the quintessential whiskey for something that is simultaneously very subtle, yet very, very complex. A lot of whiskeys can have a lot of layers when you crank the volume up with casks and big notes and big obvious flavors.
You want to try water?
Let me one more. Hold on. To pull off complexity, variation, nuance, but still be like a subtle. I did it. I did the thing that Dan started pointing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna notice. He's gonna notice a quirk by like the third time it happens, as opposed to like a normal human being.
Yeah. He's like walking into the office about, once every 2 weeks. Hey, there's a new thing you're doing now.
You're like, I'm self-conscious about everything in my whole life. Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, Dan, there's a new thing you're doing. I'll tell you about your thing.
Hey, Dan, what are you doing?
We got walked.
Are you making me look real good?
So good.
If I suck it, will you make me look real good?
Super good.
All right, Daniel's on his way down.
Oh, you guys could be like, you're like children with these things. Oh,
Everybody gets one.
okay.
So you added the water.
Nah, that sort of washed it out for me. I liked it better before.
Honestly, I liked it better before too, but adding the water did pull back the curtain of, I'll call it smoke, but it's a different presentation of smoke. It did pull that curtain back, and that's where I was able to find that wine fruitiness.
I kind of like
From
those.
a much earlier part, not just showing up being on a sweet, fruity wine finish.
I also kind of like their net labels.
You like those labels?
I do like these labels.
Yeah, you would. You
They're
know why?
perfect.
Because I don't.
Yeah, I know. We have literally the opposite design choice
This is
at every level.
damn near papyrus. Hey, you want to make something for Daniel that he's going to like?
Papyrus.
Make it black.
No, I like this
Invisible
one
on a shelf.
too. No, look at that. This is classy looking. Invisible on a shelf.
Yeah.
You're invisible on a shelf.
No, papyrus.
Your face is invisible.
It was
on
a
shelf.
popular font in the late 90s.
I only use Comic Sans. So this is the original 10.
This is very different, man. Mm-hmm. So different. It's like a different whiskey.
That's just more malty, earthy, light fruit and honey, mild. Good, but not complex.
And I think I'm
This-
getting more salt in
Yeah.
with this earth. Earthy and salty are going to be the
I
biggest
agree.
notes for me, and then all these other things.
But this, oh,
Damn.
it made it creamy and sweet, but without making it overly cloying.
Both of these are great whiskeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be much bigger than they are if you didn't listen to Daniel's stupid style choices.
You know, yeah, that's what's holding them back. Yeah. Guys, I'll refund you your consulting fee.
Here's what you do. You make it black to where it could be no more black.
That's right.
So black. Zinder's Poon. Zindar's.
Where's the stage?
Zindar's Poon.
Where's the stage?
Does anyone know if Crowded Barrel is planning on distilling a wheated bourbon?
Yes.
Wheated.
As a matter of fact,
Wheated.
we're doing it right now.
Oh, nice.
The Balcones sourced low wines. Yeah, that's a wheated bourbon, baby.
Oh, yeah, so-
that's what our people voted on.
So we got through low wines.
yeah,
This is basically
we're doing the heart cuts.
basically low wine is whenever it goes through the still one time, you're just trying to get the alcohol.
Just the most amount of alcohol.
right. You haven't really nailed down flavors. And
Took it from beer to roughly around 30% alcohol on the average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Old Stone Face. I'm curious about what role each cast member has.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to go through these.
have
This is a
cast.
nice drinkable whiskey,
Yeah.
and give people a little clarity on
right.
who's who.
Okay.
So who we starting
You
with?
mean we go through this?
Yeah.
Just been wondering after watching the channel for a while what some of the repeating characters do at Crowded Barrel Wizard Academy. A lot of them seem to hold multiple roles, and I think I may be wrong about a couple of things. And here there's some gaps
He
in my
gets it
knowledge, but
mostly
my understanding so far, Rex is a mooch, host, producer. Daniel,
Editor. No. Add to it.
editor.
Editor and evidently label designer.
Yeah, do the merch.
Merch.
and
All the merch. Website.
the copy.
Copy.
And-
business relationship and sponsor relationships.
Yeah.
Raw sex appeal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. 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 Daniel, whiskey sommelier, host, whiskey classes teacher.
Yeah. So also chancellor at the Wizard Academy. Teach a lot of other classes have nothing to do with whiskey, and then I do all of the shit for Crowded Barrel that keeps us legal and paid up and functioning on a technical basis. Yeah.
Alex, camera, editor, hand model. Yes.
Yes, that's it. Nailed it.
Fancy Dan, editor. Yes. But Fancy Dan also helps me do a lot of the brainstorming and writing and creating for the sponsors on the Whiskey Tribe channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically me and Fancy Dan just goofing around. Brianna, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah. Welcome Center staff.
That's accurate.
That is accurate. Yeah. Even she feels that way.
That is accurate.
Yeah. Brandon, so what do you want to do with your life?
I don't know. Well, do you want to shoot some video sometime?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would not be offended by that.
Emma is distiller. Yeah.
And blender.
Yes.
And runs the tasting room, manages all the staff, and handles all of the shit to get whiskey from other people or from things into bottles.
The
into
sourcing
you.
and the bottling.
Yeah, all those relationships as well.
John, bartender / distiller. He's not a
Nope,
bartender.
not a bartender.
He's an assistant distiller.
Assistant distiller, and then just odds and ends guy.
Yep.
Basically, whatever Emma says, that's what John does.
Joe, handyman, question mark, seems to be somewhat of a campus custodian. He seems to do a lot of different things around campus.
Joe's a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He just roams around doing shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, though. You got
It's
most of them,
pretty
right?
good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some more things to do.
No.
It's lopsided.
No.
I'm saying.
No, it's so not lopsided.
It's lopsided.
No.
Look, I took things off your plate so you could have a carefree and easygoing Rona. Now it's time to put on your big boy pants.
Oh, that's right.
And there's shit to get done.
Okay, that's sure.
Look, I've been strapping it on. Dan knows. Dan knows I've been strapping it on. That's why it makes me look so good. But now we'll have this
It's fine.
strap it on. It's not going to take more than like another 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day.
It's fine.
Look, I've been doing it so you could live carefree
I'm so
and
happy.
relaxed.
I'm so grateful.
But then I realized something. As much as I take off your plate and onto mine, you, by your very nature, will always be stressed out about something. They say, oh, well, if it makes no difference one way or another,
No, that's
I'll
not
just
true.
give it all back to you.
That is not true.
Logic. Here's to fighting, stealing,
That's
and drinking.
logic. If you fight me, fight for
You
free.
steal, may you steal your liver. Sorry.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.